Today we are talking about pregnancy and childcare in Germany, from understanding your rights as an expectant parent to where to find financial help and support. Whether you are an expert or you're trying to start a family, this episode got you covered. Let's dive in. We're talking about pregnancy, childcare, everything that has to do with that when it comes to living in Germany. So if you're interested, please stay tuned, watch till the end. On this video, I'll be dividing the topics into like maybe 3 segments so that you'll be able to understand bit by bit what you would need, in this journey of pregnancy and childcare in Germany. Number 1 is, what are the essentials you need before or immediately you find out you're pregnant? The first thing you need is to get a midwife, and it's called in German Hebamann. You need a Hebamann as soon as possible because they are most times very outbooked. So you need to start looking for someone, a midwife that would come take care of a child and take care of you the first 3 months, I think, or thereabout, or 3 to 6 months of you having your baby. Very, very, very important. The second thing you need to start searching for is, where do you want to have your baby? Which hospital do you want to give birth in? You start doing the research, you start reading what is online, you call hospitals, you find out from them, and so on and so forth. The next thing you need to do is to schedule an appointment with your gynecologist. Gynecologist in German is called Frauenarzt. So you have to book an appointment with your Frauenarzt as soon as possible so that they get into the routine checkups to know, okay, is everything okay down there? Are you well? Is your baby fine? Is the fetus okay? All that little information, you need them, I think, within the first 6 weeks of you getting pregnant. The next thing you have to do, inform your employer. Your employer needs to know that someone is pregnant, especially if you're in a field where it is like high risk, in the sense that you get pregnant and you're working with a lot of clients that you don't know how clean their homes are. Do they have pets that can transfer disease from them to you? Those informations are also very important to know. And if you're working with clients, like in my field as a social worker, you would be, sent on a kind of a work rest period of 9 months. You won't be allowed to work because of the danger of you contaminating some kind of airborne disease that would affect your baby at the long run. They don't want that. So after you've done this first part of, what you need to do immediately you find out you're pregnant, the next part, I title it like the financial support during pregnancy. Where do you get financial support during pregnancy? A very important question, especially for people who don't earn that much. So it is necessary, it is important for you to know, where do I go to look for help? Do you understand what I'm saying? But before we even get there, let me tell you about things you would get from the government immediately you're pregnant, or the things you would get from the government at least till the time you give birth to your baby. Number 1, it's called Mutterschaftsgeld. So Mutterschaftsgeld is the maternity pay. So if you know you've been working for the last 12 months before you got pregnant, you're entitled to this money. And this money is paid in 2 parts. So you get paid the Mutterschaftsgeld in 2 parts, your maternity pay, and this money you get it from your health insurance, okay? Your health insurance is going to pay that money to you, and afterwards they'll pay it, I think 6 weeks before birth. They'll pay a part, and then 8 weeks after you've given birth. I'm not even sure about this information again. When was I pregnant? 8 weeks after you give birth, they will pay the remaining part. So, but the criteria for this, for you to get this money, it can range from 1,000 euros to 3,000 and upward. The criteria to get this money is you must have worked 12 months in the last in the last year before you got pregnant. Okay, if you didn't, the money would be less. Of course, you don't expect them to, pay you what you did not work for, basically. Okay, then after that, you have what they call Elterngeld. Elterngeld is what we call parental allowance. After your child is born, you can apply for Elterngeld. It provides 67% of your previous income. So approximately, you get maximum of 1,800 euros monthly paid to you during the next 10 months of you giving birth to your baby. Okay, so you get this Elterngeld the next 10 months after you've given birth to your baby. And mind you, before that money comes, that's why the health insurance is going to pay you for 2 months before the parental allowance comes. It takes time with the paperwork and everything, so that's why the health insurance covers a bit before that time. Do you understand? Good. After your child is born, you then apply for something called Kindergeld. So Kindergeld is basically child benefit. This is available to all families. You get 250 euros per child every month. Okay? That's what you get. Number 4, what you can now get from the government, regardless of whether you are working or not, is called Wohngeldhilfe or Wohngeld Sozialhilfe. So it's basically called social assistance. You can get social assistance from the government for people who are in financial hardship. So this money allows you to, help with your rent and also take care of certain responsibilities that you may have. Now, there is also an extra support that the government gives to single parents. Single parents may receive additional financial help through advanced child support. It's called Unterhaltsvorschuss. So this advanced child support is now sent to the parents for just like additional expenses, for things you still need to cover or buy. There are even organizations like Caritas that are there to help parents who are struggling financially, to help them with their first, what is it called now? Baby items. So they give you like a financial aid depending on what you need to buy, around 1,000 euros or thereabout. You're going to now use that money to buy everything you need for your baby, the baby bed, some clothing and everything like that. It's called Erstattungsgeld, I think. That's what it's called. So you use that money now to buy just things you need for the baby, for preparation for your baby's coming. Okay, so now let's come to the question of where do you get help from? Where can you go to get help? This is a very big question, and number one place for you to go to is your health insurance, because every health insurance have like 1 or 2 bonus provisions in terms of finance that has been set aside for parents or to be parents. For example, your yearly teeth cleaning appointments here to clean your teeth or to do a professional cleanup for your teeth. You have to pay depending on which doctor you're going to. It can range from 80 euros to 140, 150 euros. So that money can be covered by some health insurance offices. The second place for you to go to when you need help, it's the family service center. It's called Familienkasse. Familienkasse is where you go to apply for your kindergeld, your child allowance, and the parental allowance, which is the Elterngate. So the Familienkastel is the ones responsible for your family allowance and your child allowance. So when you go there, they're also able to answer every question you need and also maybe even put you through organizations that can give you some extra financial support. Another place you can go is your local youth welfare office, and which is called the Jugendamt. Jugendamt, they're also responsible for everything relating to family, to youth, to children, to elderly people. So the welfare office provides support for single parents and can guide you on how to take different, child caring options, and also show you which offices to go to visit to get certain support. We also have, the Caritas. I also mentioned it before. We have Diakoni, we have Pro Familia. These are organizations, non-profit organizations that give free consultations for pregnant women, for parent financial support and financial advice. Just like I said, we also have different online platforms. You can visit different online platforms if you want, and get the information that you need. Another thing you should take note of is every documents, child certificate, every document you get during this process, don't dispose or discard them. You might need them later on for applications, for registrations, and the rest. So keep your documents very safe. I hope this video has given you a clear picture of pregnancy and childcare in Germany. You want to know more about specific topics, please don't hesitate to put it down in the comments section, okay? And if this video helped you, please like, share, subscribe for more empowering content. Until next time, take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.